हाय विश यू ऑल अ वेरी वेरी हैप्पी दिवाली। आप सब लोगों को दिवाली की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। We have all grown up in India and we have studied in our textbook the story of Ramayana. We have seen Ram Leela happening in all small villages, towns. So we all are familiar with the reason why Diwali is celebrated, which is the return of King Ram to Ayodhya after killing the demon Ravan. Okay, so that's what we all know, and it's a great mythological story. But there is a deeper relevance of Diwali, and especially from a yogic spiritual perspective, it's more like a mirror of our inner journey of self-discovery, where the Ram is actually our real self, and Ravan is our egoistic or our ego identity, and that's probably the reason why Ravan is shown in mythological character as a guy with 10 heads, because all of us have 10 heads. Okay, and what are these 10 heads? 10 heads are मैं ऐसा हूँ, मैं इतना पढ़ा लिखा हूँ, मैं I am from such and such family. I have achieved this in my career. So we have a lot of labels around us. Okay, these labels may come from our family background, these labels may come from our education background, these labels may come from our accomplishment in the business, in the work sphere. These labels also come from acknowledgements from others, right? You're very good in this, you're very good in that. And that's probably the reason why Ravan is shown as a guy with 10 heads. Okay, so all of us have these 10 heads. And the real task is, how do we move away from this false identity, egoistic identity, to the inner self, which is signified as Ram. Okay. No one said it better than Saint Kabir. And Kabir said, एक राम है दशरथ का बेटा, एक राम जो घट घट में बैठा, एक राम जो जगत पसेरा, एक राम जो जगत से न्यारा. So he basically signifies that Ram is something beyond the mythological character of Ram. He said Ram is what is there everywhere. Everything in this universe, in this existence, is that. And that is the real quest of human beings. And that is the real goal of yoga. Okay, that how do we reach, how do we unite with that Ram, which is in us. It's not some mythological character whose story and whose return to Ayodhya we are celebrating. It is reminder to all of us that we can actually get access to Ram within us. And Ram here is not a person. Ram here is this whole existence itself. You know, the real self within us is what is signified as Ram. And Ramayana is a story, while Ramayana can also be a quest of our inner victory. There are a lot of rituals on Diwali, and I think a lot of these rituals have some significance or the other. And as a child, I was always curious, why do we burst crackers? So I think crackers were simple, that we are showing our happiness and we are trying to wake us up from this slumber. But yeah, I mean, as kids, all of us have enjoyed the cracker bit, and it's basically to wake us up. The Kumbhakaran needs to be woken up. Then there are some other rituals, जैसे कि we need to clean up our house, we need to clean up our surrounding. And there is a very, very deep correlation between how we feel in our mind and the surrounding that we live in. So if we want to declutter our mind, we may start with decluttering our surrounding first. So there is a very, very deep correlation between our surrounding and cleanliness in our surrounding with how we feel in our mind. And in the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, it's referred as, it's part of the Yama and Niyama. So in which, there is a whole lot of focus on do's and don'ts to keep our surrounding clean, because if the surrounding is clean, then it will reflect internally in our mind also, and it will declutter and calm our mind. So Then there are a lot of rituals around gifting to each other. We all buy nice gifts, even gifts for ourselves. We all buy new clothes for ourselves. So it's basically to develop compassion. We need to develop this sense of doing something for others, because there is no greater happiness uh, than what we get when we do things for others, because we can always gratify our sense organs and feel the pleasure, but the happiness really comes when we do things for others. Okay, so gifting is a great way to bring joy to somebody's life. It's a great way to bring smile on someone's face. So gifting really helps us to develop that, opens our heart. It also develops the compassion. We also distribute sweets. We also offer sweets to each other. Now sweets again kind of it reminds us that we need to be sweet in our whole behavior. We need to be sweet in the way we speak to others. We need to be sweet in terms of our thoughts, how we feel for others. So it again is a great reminder. Sweets symbolically is a great reminder. We also worship Lakshmi, and goddess Lakshmi in the Hindu mythology is about money, and it's about abundance. Okay, so a lot of us need to develop that feeling of abundance. A lot of us live in that mindset of shortage. Okay, and it's partially because of last 100, 200 years of shortage in the Indian subcontinent. But we have always believed in abundance of which this universe has to offer to us: abundance of food, abundance of money, abundance of knowledge. So there is a great abundance, and goddess Lakshmi is really the reminder of that abundance. So when we worship when we worship goddess Lakshmi, it's basically reminding ourselves of that abundance. There are a few other rituals that have come in lately, like playing cards, for example. So I don't know. Have you ever thought that what is the significance of playing cards? So playing cards essentially is about developing a feeling of let go, because what else can it be? So cards, like a game of teen patti, is a purely a luck based game. It's not a skill based game. So it kind of helps us to develop that feeling of let go. That there is something beyond us which makes this game of life either favorable to us or unfavorable to us. So I think we can look at Diwali in this fresh way, and try to see how it enhances our journey of self-discovery, because the darkness within us is not really real. The darkness is really the absence of light, and the light is the right knowledge. So once the right knowledge comes, the darkness starts vanishing. So with that, let's have a great year ahead, and I wish you all a very, very happy Diwali again. Thanks a lot. Bye.